What's going on, everybody? Christian here, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to get the best quality out of your Dazzle. Personally, I have a DVC 170, otherwise known as the Dazzle Platinum. Came out a while back. If anyone remembers, that's what Be Rich 45 used to record on before he got his Dazzle, and he was a big inspiration for me back in the day, I guess some would call it. But now, the reason I don't have the capture module up on my desktop right now is because I actually have to record on a different computer. This computer does not support the Dazzle Platinum, and I have an old laptop that I brushed the dust off and use that to record now. So what I actually have to do is I actually have to put it on a flash drive and then import it into here and then drag it out. So that's what I gotta do until I get my PVR. Anyway, we're mostly going to be using Vegas today. That's what I use to get my quality so good. Now there's a guy called Drools1995 who actually turned me on to another video, but I figured it would be best for you guys if I just threw up my own version. So if we play it in Vegas, we can see these little lines that show up, like when I turn real fast and stuff like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to get rid of those. First thing I want to do is I just want to split the clip and move it, just over a little bit until I die, which is about about over here. So we're only going to be working with this clip. It's just a little clip, and I get the surgical shot. I don't know how I nailed that shot. Anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to crop this, and we're also going to get rid of these lines. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to go in here and click off the maintain aspect ratio and also disable the resampling. And when we hit OK, we can see that it's a little bit wider, and it just looks nicer. Now what we have to do is we have to crop out those black lines. So what we can do is we can kind of just go like that, and we're going to save that as DVC 170 and hit the save little floppy disk over there, and that's that. Now we're going to add some effects to this to kind of give it a little bit more of a look. So we're going to go over to here, and we're going to find the color curves, and we're going to go reset to none and drag this out, and all this little mess will come up. If you've used After Effects, it's sort of like that. We're going to brighten it up a bit, and we're also going to lower the contrast. Not too much, but just a little bit, because you don't want it down here. It makes it look crappy, but we kind of want it just about right there. Another thing we were going to add is, do we add anything else? I don't think I really add anything else. I tried to add a sharpen, but it ended up looking really crappy. But most of the magic's going to be in the render settings. So let's go render as button up here. And this is what I usually use. I usually use Sony AVC, but I've rendered that out before and it looks absolutely awful. So what we actually want to do is go Windows Media Viewer 11, and we want to make it 6 megabits HD 720, and then hit the custom button. And I just like to go through and make sure everything is as max as it can be. This should be 100. In project, we're going to use best settings. Bitrate, you can pretty much just leave all this stuff as is. So yeah, bitrate 28 or 30 frames per second, square aspect ratio, and all this stuff is pretty much good. This stuff's nice. So we can hit OK, and then we're just going to name it. We're not going to name anything. Name it untitled, and then you hit save. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and I'll show you guys what it would look like after it's done rendered. Alright, so here we are. Our video is done rendering now, so I'm going to open it, and you're probably still going to see these lines, but that's just what happens in videos. But if you'll notice, the lines aren't as bad as they were a little bit ago, just because of the effect that the rendering has. This is just a video. Now once you upload it to YouTube, it'll look a ton better. It'll get sort of get rid of those lines. Although I think this does look pretty nice. It looks better. But that's pretty much it. And I think this overall size of this video is kind of sort of small, maybe 30 megabytes. Yeah, 22 megs. Come on, that's nothing. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm trying to think of anything I may have missed. I'm thinking about doing another tutorial a little bit later. I'm not sure yet though. So anyway, I will see you guys on the flip side.